Welcome back to some Talos Principle 2. I'm Dear Darling, and why are we here? What truth awaits us? Why don't we answer more of these questions together, as I think we're just doing levels, right? I mean, what else would we be doing in Talos Principle 2, I suppose, but I don't remember what level we're doing. This is too low mouse speed. Okay, well, we just did that level. I certainly remember it. Number 5. As we go on to number 6. I do remember the like treasure map, I suppose, we were given last time behind the man's head, which we should investigate at some point. Apparently there's a question mark over here. I don't know. It looks very close to us, so we might as well look, I suppose. Just hidden level. This is the bonus level. Okay. Where is the entrance? Here. Is there a switch here? Is that a switch? No, it's not a switch. Okay. Right, what are we doing? Pre-connected. Okay. Well, we have to grab this to get through, just so we can have a look-see of what's going on. So we need to get a red laser here. Presumably we need to double invert, is my guess. What on earth is this? Whoa, what? What? You don't think we have to double invert like this, do we? Oh, I guess you're stuck on that side, aren't you? Wait. Okay. Well, for now, what we can do... I think probably what we want to do is we want you on here. While this is open. Oh, I can't bring you through. Good point. What can I do? That's a good question. Presumably I want you to be like this. Oh, you know what? I set it up in advance and then I open it from the other side, right? It's really nice that we have this X-ray vision through the walls now. And then we take that. And that will open that. And then we can go... Okay. Well, then we can also open you, I suppose. And this allows us to take this, which allows us to put this here, and then we want the red laser. We want it to grab that red laser there. Yes. Now we can go back through, we can take the gun, we were doing what... We just jumped ahead a little bit. We can do what we wanted to do here. I don't know exactly what angle we need, but something like that should be fine. As long as we can see that red laser. And hopefully, as long as we can see that one from over here, we should be fine. Okay, I mean that one I just read like a book, to be perfectly honest. It showed me the puzzle and I was like, I immediately know how to solve this. I felt quite direct. I mean, what else are you going to do? You were given 2 inverters and you're only given a red laser thing. Of course you have to do 2 red lasers, right? I don't remember what level we were on before. I guess there's a question mark there, which is nearby. Are we on 6 or 7? I just kind of want to follow the path for now. But it does seem like there's probably something over here. So I guess we'll have a look-see. There might be like a log. Is my guess. Or not? There's just a question mark still over here somewhere. Oh, it's this thing. It's a statue. This sun statue. Why is this significant enough to be marked on our minimap? What can we do with this? Whoa! You have a laser receptor on you. Okay. That means one of a level must be able to get a green laser over to you. Okay, I mean, that's classic Talos principle stuff about breaking things out of places. Have all the other ones had stuff? I honestly never noticed. What is this? Is this a puzzle? I mean, you're kind of looking at it. What is the structure? I don't know, but I see the question marks referring to this. It's the logs, not the thing over there. Euphrasia.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet,
About escaping fate.
I find there is something pathetic about
Pathetic?
these ruins that evokes anger and even
Oh.
contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see
This is talking
here
about the
should
fall of
offend us.
Thingamajig, right?
When witnessing this
Oh,
triumph
Melville.
of entropy, we should
Triumph of
aspire to
entropy,
a
such a
warrior
weird way to
spirit,
put it.
in the kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
Okay, and I see where you're coming from. That's a very sort of like villainous way to
Is
talk
something
about it,
right?
though. Don't think so.
Ah, New Alexandria. What a mess.
A mess?
It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion,
Oh,
more
gosh.
than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
But why would so much tech from New Alexandria be here? Why are we
Because
using
the whole
Enter to go forward?
place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, but for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
And someone just took advantage of it. Fair enough, I guess, but... I mean, that does seem like a very big thing to happen. 30 of not even 1,000 people that you know suddenly dead is not the most appealing thing in the world, I suppose. Interesting. There's more of Melissa over there, but let's all world level 6 for now. Before we go on to... Is this... Wait, what? Oh, I thought I was playing Paradise Killer for a second, but I literally tried to dash in midair. Is this number 7? It's just not open to us until we do number 6. Is that how it works? I don't know. Or is that just a random building? I don't know. Because I didn't see a way in. Hidden. So it looks like that's probably the ending. We need 2 things to weigh down a whatchamacallit. Okay, so we have a blue openable gate over here. Oh, wait, what? The heck? Oh, it's also openable by a red thing. I'm not really sure what we need this for yet, but let's sort of move out. We have an inverter here. I assume we must have a laser on this point. Oh, no, we have a... Okay. We have a way of getting back here. So that laser is literally the only one we have. And the general idea is we want to get the other laser thing in here. Okay, fair enough. So we need to open this. So we need to get a red laser over here. Feels like we need to set up a self-opening situation. So we might need some pretty crazy angles is my guess. Let's start with this. What? Oh yeah, that's not going to work. Actually, because it's all about making it self-sustaining, right? So we do that, and then this now sustains itself, which we can now sustain, presumably like this. Oh god. No, sorry, deselect all. And then presumably we can get the red over here via the inverter. And then we just need to make this self-opening. And that should be enough just to grab you and get through, right? If I've done my math correctly. Yeah, okay. I'm reading these levels like a book. I'm just seeing it and being like, okay, this is immediately what you have to do. Which I think is probably, I mean, good. If anything, it means that this level has been tutorialized, this world has been tutorialized pretty well. But I can just sort of sight read these. Well, I guess they're all being sight read, I guess, but you know what I mean, like sight read, just like that. Although now, of course, is a perfect time for it to start being sight read, because now I have this sort of curiosity over the exploration of these other things after seeing that there's a green laser receiver on that statue. Of course, it begs the question, where does a green laser come from? I don't think we've seen a green laser from any of these levels yet. And it's not like in Talos Principle 1, where the levels are a bit closer together, that it was more feasible to get lasers and things outside of it. I wonder if we had to find an actual green laser emitter. I wonder if it's one that's from another world. We set up one, because, I mean, the laser that we presumably do here gets fired off into the main building. I wonder if that's a contributing thing. Oh, apparently this must have been the entrance the entire time, I just never actually looked, right? Whoops. Backward propagation. Okay, red laser emitter. Inverter. Blue. Can't reach. Two inverters is interesting. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, interesting. Actually, this is just genuinely very confusing. Okay, so you can, if you wanted to, you can self-propagate that. What's the point of this? Weird. This feels like to me that you want to do that. And then we open it. That's now self-propagating, so now we can close it again. That now is giving us a red laser, which we can use to, well, just do that, I guess. Okay. That seems too easy.
An excellent solution.
Thank you. I feel like I'm racing through. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm recording this quite late at night, mind you. Maybe it's when my brain is, like, activated to its fullest. Okay, let's have a chat with Melinda. Well, we're not going to have a chat. Melinda's going to have a chat at us, I suppose. Hello.
There's so much to discover.
Sorry,
on
Miranda,
this
not
island
Melinda.
that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp, but then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
What is this question mark on my screen? It's like right here beneath us? Oh, it's literally right underneath us.
These labs seem to be everywhere, but compared to the technology we're seeing above ground, they're downright primitive.
Are
Suppose
we
that's
even
true.
sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people? There seems to be a connection
That's a fair
between
point.
the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Yes, that much we've
Correlation
noticed.
does not necessarily imply causation, though.
Also fair, I
True.
suppose, but
But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
oh, we can get down. I didn't realise we could just jump down. What is this? Gravity chamber of some sorts. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. The end. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced with a task I could never have expected. Writing an epitaph not only for myself, but for my species. In the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful, and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insights can I share into the strange phenomenon that is humanity? I spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time. So I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have prepared. Change any factor, even by a little, we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here, but I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like the story's unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. I pray Drennan is right. It didn't have to be this way, and yet it was. It's like a very sad story, isn't it? Charon. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. Charon leaned forward and rowed. All things won with his weariness. Charon being the rower of the river Styx, right? The deaf rowboat person. It was not him, a matter of years or of centuries, but of wide floods of time, and an old heaviness and a pain in the arms that had become for him part of a scheme that the gods had made, and was of a piece with eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, it would have divided all the time in his memory into two equal slabs. So grey were all the things where he was, that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead, on the face of such a queen, perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes could not have perceived it. Strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands, where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Charon's duty nor his wont to ponder his grey soul why these things may be. Charon leaned forward and rowed. When no one came for a while, it was not usual for gods to send no one down from earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came alone, and the little shade sat shivering on a lonely bench, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger. The gods knew best. A great and weary Charon rode on, and beside the little silent shivering ghost. And the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighed among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time as the pain in Charon's arms. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up the coast of Abyss, and the little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore, and Charon turned the boat to go wearily back to the world. The little shadow spoke, that had been a man. "I am at last," he said. No one had ever made Charon smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. There is an obvious and perhaps... Oh, sorry, Miranda, so very British. There is an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity, and the last shadow is the last human to live. I mean, that's how I interpreted it. But another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity has achieved immortality, and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. Oh, what's up? What a positive spin on it, Miranda. Noma Project 84. Same problem as Trial 108. Repeated all calculations. Same result. Weird. Experiment modified to gain further insights into unexpected error. Inconsistent results. Simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What's going on here? It's like the quantum coin flipping business. That's what it sort of like immediately reminded me of. Two trials affecting each other through unknown causes. Not really sure what his anti-gravity thing is anyway, but I mean maybe that's a preview of what mechanics are to come in the next world. Have they always been a preview of a mechanic of the next world? I don't remember. Okay, where's number 8? Can we climb this? Go. We have no time to be able to do number 8, so I guess we'll, unless we can walk in, immediately see the solution. Where's the entrance? Wait, is this 7? Or is it, that might be a secret one. Oh, 8's over here. So I've gone a bit off a beaten path as I get stuck on a tree. No, I think we should just save it for next time, to be honest. Just check always the backup signs for switches. After those two, I've not seen any more switches, which is why I'm sort of suspicious about everything. But for now, we'll round off this episode here, as next time we'll do positional interchange. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Talos Principle 2, and I've been Dear Darling. What's that? Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. It looks like there's something on top of that tile. Bye-bye for now.